2023 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Kris Murray from the University of Iowa.
University of Iowa forward Kris Murray is going to the NBA. He played 3 years for the Hawks before entering the draft. His brother Keegan is already playing at a professional level for the Sacramento Kings. And since the twin brothers are playing on different teams, there's a chance they could play each other for the first time. Talk about family drama. TV9's Scott Sable joins us now. So another big night for the Murray family. Last night, how did they take this news?
Oh, there was a huge roar. First of all, they wanted him to go to New York City, the NBA, but he wanted, he did it last year with Keegan. He wanted to stay home with his family and friends. So they had a little small group, literally of just their best family, their family and their best friends, in a little tiny room, and then they put the media. They didn't want the media in there. We weren't allowed in there. So we're in another room and we hear a huge roar when he gets picked. And that tells you a lot about the Murray family. They wanted to spend quality time with the people that really mattered to them and enjoy it with them instead of going to New York City and wearing the fancy suits, and showing off in front of everybody. That's the Murrays to it.
Creating that memory for them, very important. They've been playing on the same team practically their whole life, these brothers. What's it going to be like for them to now be rivals?
Well, we got some video. I want to take a look at this video. They started playing basketball when they were little tykes right there. And they were very competitive then, I am told. And then they grew up playing youth basketball together. And then, of course, at the University of Iowa, Prairie High School. So they've always been on the same team except for last year. Last year was the first time that they were not on the same team. So what happened last year was when they were separated, Kris got to be his own person and to develop his game. And that was really great for him. That's why he was drafted in the first round, the fact that he went back for another year. So I think this is good that they're going to be on separate teams. I know mom and dad, and that would have been nice to, to go to the same place to watch your kids play. But I think it's the best thing for them is the fact that now they're going to be competitors. But even more importantly than that, that they're going to be on separate teams and they're going to be their own individual players. Right.
Their home courts, though, aren't that far away, geographically speaking. They could be much farther apart.
Well, here's what's going to happen. They're going to play against each other 4 times a year, guaranteed. And both teams are pretty good, So eventually down the line, they're going to be in the playoffs and they're going to be some huge rivalries and a lot at stake. And they're the same type players, so they'll probably be guarding each other.
So what will Thanksgiving be like for the Murray family?
There'll definitely be bragging rights. They played golf this past week. They played 3 times in golf this past week. In the last rubber match, they were tied, and they played at John Deere yesterday in the rubber match. And Kris won and got bragging rights, and it didn't set too well with Keegan.
I'm sure not. Well, Keegan had a record-breaking rookie year for Sacramento. Do you think that Kris can kind of live up to that momentum and have a just come out really strong this year?
Yeah, I think he's a similar player and a similar talent. So I do think he's going to have a great year. One thing, his team will not be as good right off the bat. Portland, right now, the Sacramento Kings, I think, are going to be one of the best teams in basketball next year. It's going to take Portland, they have a very young team, so it's going to take them a couple of years before they develop into that type of team. But I think talent-wise, they're very similar, and I think he's a really good shooter. And if you can shoot in the NBA, and we saw what happened to Keegan this year, he broke the rookie NBA three-point record. Kris has that kind of ability, and growing up might have been a little bit better shooter, actually, than Keegan. So I think the sky is the limit.
It's been fun to watch them grow up at Iowa. Now we get to watch them both professionally in the NBA.
Yeah, it's a special time for the folks at Prairie High School, University of Iowa, and the Murray family. It's been a lot of fun.
Scott, thank you.
Yeah.